Maybe it's not better. I don't know. Good morning. I'm using. I thought I'd try something different this morning, and I'm using this camera, and I'm using my laptop to stream. I thought I would try it and see whether it's more in sync and have less problems than using my normal computer. But I'm not sure whether it is better. Can someone let me know if it's better or not better, or if you prefer the old computer, or whether this is okay? I just can't tell anymore. Oh. It looks clear. It's in sync. Oh no, I hit my head. Okay, no one's telling me anything, so I don't know. So we'll keep it as it is and see if anyone says that's terrible. Oh, it's so cold here. It's snowing. It's snowing here. I'm just sharing the link on Facebook. I was going to nip out to that health suite and go in the spa and stuff. I'm not sure now. Not keen on snow. I'm getting over this cold that I've had in the past 2 weeks. It's getting better, but it's like the mucus is still there. I need to clear it out. Got a nice swim. And now I'm in the sauna in the steam room. But okay, so share this link. Okay, it is done. Oh, someone sent me a question on Facebook, didn't they? To send questions through Skype or my email, rebekahmaroon@gmail.com, rather than Facebook. So I forget to check it and I forget to ask the question. Oh, Ludmila. Okay, so, yeah, I'll show you the snow. I'm sure you've seen snow before, but I'll show you just in case you haven't seen snow before. I can do it. I'll hold this up. Can you see? I'm trying to see whether I can see it on the. But you can't see because of the light. I didn't think. Yeah, you can see. You can. Okay, you can. Let me open the nets as well. You can see. It's really pretty, but I don't fancy going out in it. You can't see the snow falling though, can you? Yeah. People who haven't seen snow before, there you go. Even in a hot country, maybe there's no snow. You don't know, do you? Well, everyone's seen snow. Okay. So I'm using the laptop today to stream, and I'm using Skype on my main computer. So hopefully it's going to work out okay. Hopefully it's clearer, it's a better picture, the sound's in sync. Just thought I'd try it to see whether it helps or not. So we'll see how it works out. So I'll sign out of Skype on my laptop this time. Oops! Oh no! I've just pressed. Oh no! I lost it. Shit! Oh no! Oh no! What happened there? Sorry about that. I pressed the button on here accidentally. I lost you for a minute. Okay. So welcome to the stream. Oh God! Let's say something. Okay, I'll use this screen. Yeah, so welcome to the stream. I do these streams every Thursday at 8:30 p.m. But please check on Thursday because I don't always manage to make it because I'm tired during the week. So just check on Facebook, my Facebook page, to see if I've cancelled the Thursday. Usually get cancelled. Just check on there. So Thursday at 8:30 usually p.m. and Sunday morning at 10:30 a.m. So you can join me live to ask questions at those times. To ask questions, you have to friend me on Skype, and then then you can send written questions, or you can call in on Skype. And my Skype is Rebekah Maroon. So I tend to do about an hour, but it depends on questions or how I feel. So, but roughly about an hour. Yeah. Oh, I'm not online. I'll go online on Skype now, but please don't call in yet. I'm going to do an introduction, and then you can call in. So this is a talk about non-duality, which is basically saying that this isn't a divided reality. There isn't two. It is not dual. It's not two. It's not separate. And what seems to happen in these in these talks, these meetings, is that the sense of separation, the sense of there being a separate someone, of this being a dual reality, is exposed, and it is questioned, and it's examined and pointed out that that isn't true, that that's an apparent appearance appearing, but it isn't an actual reality. It isn't really a somebody. It isn't really a somebody separate, but there isn't two. There isn't somebody having a separate experience from everything else. There isn't somebody in life as someone separate. That's non-duality. That's what's being spoken about in these meetings. Can get some more sugar for my drink. It's oh. Oh. It is freezing. Has someone said, is it better using the laptop then or not? Has somebody said anything? Oh no, no, I'm talking about it. So this is happening. This is happening. This is what's happening. All there is what's happening. And it's not happening to someone or for someone. Someone's not making this happen. This is happening. When there's separation, we have this idea or this belief that there's something else outside of what's happening. There's some kind of being or thing that's outside of this, that's making this happen, or knowing that this is happening. We have this sense of we are in here, and there's an outside of this, that there's two, inside, outside. Then as that separation begins to collapse, or collapses, then it's so obvious that there can't be an outside of this. There can't be something else beyond this. That this is all there is. That this is everything. And that there is no internal, external. That the seemingly external is actually internal. Or it's not internal, it's just, there's nothing else. There's just this. This is whole. So the idea of something else is actually happening here. That there isn't something else or somewhere else. The idea that that imagination of someone or something else is happening here will only ever be here, only ever be this, what is happening. But we have these amazing brains that's able to imagine somewhere else, something else. And that doesn't stop. The brain is the brain. The brain has that ability to imagine. In fact, nothing needs to stop. What I'm talking about is the end of something that's claiming a position, claiming to own the human, or claiming to own the brain and the functionings of the brain, claiming to own the conditioning of the human, claiming to own the preferences of the human. Not the end of the human, but the end of that claimer, that owner, the one that's in relationship with everything else, the one that's claiming and owning everything else. And this really isn't intellectual. You can't learn this. You can learn this in the sense of you can learn ideas about this. The brain can understand this. But that isn't what I'm talking about. That happens, and it's wonderful. It's very relaxing to understand that this isn't a separate reality, and there isn't somebody sitting here. There isn't somebody having a separate experience. That there is no external. But this is all happening spontaneously and freely. Very relaxing. But the freedom that I'm talking of is the collapse, the dissolving of that apparent position of someone, collapsing back into everything. So there's just everything left, just what is happening left. Beyond a knowing of this, an intellectualizing of this, beyond a seeing of this, but total collapsing. So there's just everything. They're not happening to anyone, just everything. You've seen that chicken dance. So you're welcome to ask questions on Skype. Hi, Lee. I can't see the screen because of the laptop. Oh, never this. Good enough. I can't see the. What can I do? Hmm. Yes. Can't see. Thanks, so pretty too. Yeah, it's really pretty, the snow. Yeah. Not one to enjoy going out in it, but nice to look at from inside in the warmth. This is the beauty. This is what you've been looking for. not something in particular. Not something. When that energy, when that energy is strong, it's seeking, it's running, trying to find something, trying to find wholeness in time, in things and experiences, trying to find it and take it in. It feels complete. But this is it. The completeness, the wholeness that's been searched for and run after in form, in things. This is it. It's not any particular thing. It's the essence. The essence of this is that beingness, that it isness. It's nothing, and it's everything simultaneously. But while that seeker's there, it has to run after, it has to seek after and try and find it, and what it believes it will find it in. And this isn't saying stop seeking, stop running after. So there isn't someone who's doing that. There isn't someone who can stop doing that. That's just happening. The seeking is just happening. And this is merely pointing out the futility of that. And she's just pointing out the completion, the love that you're seeking for, the energy is seeking for, is the very essence, the very beingness of this. That this is that love. that dream of someone who hasn't, who feels unloved and who's looking for love. It is an appearance appearing, a dream appearing. It seems to unravel that dream. It seems to unravel that illusory person, that illusory you. It gets unraveled. Seemingly. Which is it's impossible for the brain to understand. That there can be an illusion, something that isn't, can seemingly be unraveled. Obviously, if it isn't, it's not true. It can't be unraveled. There isn't anyone be unraveled. It's not a reality. But it seems to happen. It sounds crazy. It's such a mystery how it happens. How can that happen? How can something that isn't appear? How? This is the beauty of non-duality. But it can't be understood. That tool, that faculty the humans have, the brain, can't understand. We're so used to the brain being the ultimate thing, the king, the master is the brain and the intellect. If it's a job to be done, the brain will understand it, it will do it, it will work it out. But it can't with this. It tries to, it can't with this. That faculty is limited, it's limited. How wonderful it is, it's limited. It's an appearance. Appearing in that which is a mystery. Knowing, appearing in the unknowable, unknown. So what is it that I'm talking about? That can't be known by the intellect. What is it that's here? that allows everything else, that allows all forms of things to appear. What is looking and speaking and hearing? The answer can't be any answer the mind has. So it's not being asked as a question that you can answer. So intimate, beyond intimate. Okay, so that's it. I'm back on Thursday at 8:30. So, we'll see you then. Bye.